Today we'll discuss about various forms of for loop in C programming. First variation of for loop in C programming is even you can omit the initialization part inside the for loop and you can initialize the counter variable outside the for loop. This is permitted in C programming. And your second variation is the increment and decrement operation is omitted in this for loop. You can have that increment and decrement statement inside the body of your for loop. Your third variation is we can use two or more loop control variables in a single for loop. If you are using more than one control variable, each variable has to be separated by using the comma operator. See, for example, consider here we are using two different loop control variable I and j. During initialization, I is initialized to 1 and j is also initialized to 1, and these two statements, these two loop control variables are separated by using the comma operator. After that you can place the semicolon, then you can have the condition. You can also add two different condition to make a complex condition like this. And your third thing is you can also have increment and decrement operator in a single expression 3, that is the loop control variable I and j, it is separated by using the comma operator. Fourth variation is you can have a for syntax is for semicolon semicolon, which indicates that infinite for loop. When you use this for loop in your program, it will iterate the program for n number of times without exit. Fifth variation is you can have a for loop which is terminated by using a semicolon, which indicates that for loop with no body. See, next is nested for. You can have for loop inside and another for loop, that we can call it as a nested for. The syntax for nested for is for initialization, and you can have the second expression, and this is your third expression. This loop we can call it as an outer loop. Inside this for loop you can find another for loop. Again, for this for loop also you have three expressions. Expression 1 is initialization, expression 2 is condition, expression 3 is either increment or decrement operation. This for we can call it as an inner for. Inside the inner for you can have one or more statement. This we can call it as a body of the loop. Initially we'll tell you how this for loop will get executed. First, the outer for loop, it is initialized with value. If the condition is true, it will move to your inner for loop. Inner for loop will initialize the variable and it will check for the condition. If the condition is true, it will execute the body of the loop. After executing the body of the loop, it will increment or decrement this loop control variable. Again it will check for the condition which is placed inside the inner for. This inner for will be keep on executing until the condition becomes fails. If the inner for loop condition fails, it will increment the outer for loop. It will increment the outer for loop. After updating this outer for loop control variable, it will check for the condition. Again, if the condition is true, it will keep on executing the inner for loop. If the inner for loop condition fails, it will start to update the loop control variable. Then again it will check for the condition. This process will be keep on iterating until the outer for loop condition becomes fails. Once if the outer for loop condition fails, it exits the for loop. This is explained with one example. Here you consider two control variables I and j. which is of integer type. I is initialized with 0, Here the condition given is less than 2. Then here we are doing an increment operation. This loop we can call it as an outer for loop. Inside the for loop you have another for loop with the counter variable j. This loop we can call it as an inner for loop. See, the outer for loop counter variable is I, the inner for loop the counter variable is j. Initially I is equal to 0, 0 less than 2, condition true, it will move to the inner for loop. While entering to the inner for loop, it starts from here, j is equal to 0, 0 less than 4, condition true, it will print the value of I and j. Now the value of I and j is 0, I is 0 and j is 0. After printing the values of I and j, it will update the inner loop control variable j. The loop control variable j, it is incremented with 1. Now the value of j become 1. So j less than 2, sorry, j less than 4, condition true, it will print the value of I and j. See, once the condition is true, it will be keep on iterating the inner loop. Only if the condition fails, it will go and update the outer loop control variable. So the condition is true here. So now the j value becomes 1, but the I value which is equal to 0. See, I is 0, j is equal to 1, which is printed on your output screen. Again it will update your loop control variable j. Now the j value become 2. 2 less than 4, condition true, it will print the value of I as 0 and j as 2. And again the j value become 3, 3 less than 4, condition true, it will print the value I is equal to 0 and j is equal to 3. Again the j value get incremented, now the j value become 4, 4 less than 4, condition fails. If the condition fails, it won't execute the inner for loop. Now the control is given to the outer control, for loop to update the outer control loop variable. Now the value of I will become 1. 1 less than 2, condition true. Again it starts from here. Now the value of I is equal to 1. Now again j is equal to 0, 0 less than 4, it will print the value. I value which is equal to 1, 0 which is equal to 0, sorry, j which is equal to 0, this will get printed on your output screen. And after printing the j value, it will iterate the inner for loop control variable. Now the j value become 1. 1 less than 4, condition true, it will print the value I is equal to 1, j is equal to 1. This process continues until the j value which is less than 4. Once the j value reaches 4, the condition fails. If the condition fails, now the control is given to your outer for loop to update the loop control variable. Now the j value will become 2, 2 less than 2, condition fails, so it will terminates or it will exit from the for loop.